Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, B Funk, thinking right out here in my lab. And I'm in my Google getting some information for the lesson I'm about to do right now. We're going to talk about the right thoughts, right thinking leads to right actions. Let's talk about it. Thought is the product, thinking is the process. They're two different things, but they work simultaneously and they work together. I'll break it down for you, hopefully get you a better understanding. I just got my clarity on that one, just to make sure. So let's go. Radisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. Hope you use them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? What I'm through, that's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my eye be true. All right, right thinkers, let's talk about right thoughts. Right thinking leads to right actions. The process of the thought, the God Ptah, created himself out of a thought. He thought himself into existence, and he created himself. So thoughts are reality. Watch this. So your right thoughts would be noble, good, and righteous that lead you to do what? Those deeds with daily. So when you practicing something, it should be done daily. So your right thoughts, if of purity and all that is good, that's divine. Right thoughts leads to right actions. Again, right thinking and right action. But they all have to be in line and they have to be a process that you need to understand to follow. Pure thoughts, what got into existence from what? That thought being pure. And daily practice of you following my right thinking philosophy, purifying your thoughts will make you what? More intelligent of what? Yourself. Better thinking, better thoughts, better ideas. Thoughts come and go. You don't have to act on every thought that comes to your mind. That's where the control of your right thinking comes in. Thought process should be understood how it works. All your thoughts are mental, meaning up here, okay? And they like boomerangs. They come back to you, aka like karmic. Negative thoughts lead to negative actions. Wrong thinking leads to wrong actions. And that's where you got to be responsible because karma will take over. The law of karma said, you do this, you cause and effect. You're going to get that. So, right thoughts, right actions, right rewards. Good, aka divine, thoughts, pure, righteous, on point, not hidden agendas, not the ones that you think, well, if I said no, pure thoughts leads to pure thinking, and leads to right actions. And with the right thinking philosophy, I try to teach you how to control your thought process and how to think right and use the right thoughts for the way it's intended. All thoughts aren't right, all thoughts aren't good. You got to be the discerning factor to make discerning decisions about what thoughts to act on and which ones to let go. Okay? Controlling one's thoughts, aka emotions, the ego, whatever. But you need to have that under control. We are what they say, as the man thinketh, so he are. But your thoughts is the product of thinking. So you have to have what? Good thoughts leads to what? Right thinking. Conceptually, but we are what we think and believe we are. So the thought, whatever you believe or whatever you think, that's pretty much where you are. Your thoughts are like a double-edged sword. It cut both ways, good and bad. Bad thoughts may get you momentary pleasures and things, but they're gonna bite you in the tuchus. Good thoughts, good actions return in a good manner. Reward, blessings. Your choice. Again, we know that. We are taught that early age, but we don't practice it. I tell you, I practice it daily. Why? Because it works. Keep yourself in due bounds. Keep yourself doing what you need to be doing. Hold yourself accountable. A lot of people don't think twice about those things. Why? I don't know. I do. It's important to me. So, when my thoughts was wrong, due to my ignorance, all actions from a wrong thought will be wrong. Once you start wrong, you're gonna keep going wrong. Like a lie. You gotta keep lying to keep that lie going. So wrong, you gotta keep wrong going. As long as you could, why? To keep from getting proven right or get caught. I did. Alright? But again, when your thoughts is wrong, your actions will be wrong. And everything under wrong thinking and wrong thoughts will be what? Consequences that you're gonna have to pay for. That's why good, pure, right thoughts lead to good, pure, right action, leads to blessings. But if your ego, the E, the I, the me, selfish person, is in control of your thoughts, and your thoughts are only of what? Self. You only going to do something that's going to benefit you. Hidden agenda. Okay, those are wrong, negative thoughts. Okay, those are the ones you need to let go by. Don't act on those. Why? The thought process, you will be fettered. When you're thinking wrong, acting on negative thoughts, you will be consequences. We call them fetters. Why? You got to be responsible because you did it. You caused it on yourself. And when you're not thinking right, you're not using your thoughts pure and righteous, you're going to fall victim to the ego. Okay? And I hear people say, but I thought, no. If you thought it and didn't know it, how could you think of something that you don't know? That makes no sense to me. But I thought, did you not know how you thought it? How could you ever thought about what you don't know? So I got an issue with that. And again, right thinking philosophy is here to what? Teach you how to control your thoughts. That leads to right thinking. Okay? But the thought process have to also be under control. Okay? And you have to conquer your ego self. Why? Because it's under his control until you take it back. Until you get enlightened, you under the ego. Okay, some people don't take it back. Some people don't want it. Some people like being led by the ego. Okay? And you will never purify your heart when you're ego driven. You're not going to do nothing for nobody else. You're not going to do none of those things that's going to make you ingratiate you to God. God slammed the door on y'all. That's why at Judgment Day, y'all got no kick coming. Okay? Moving on. But right thoughts come from, I had to reverse, right thinking. Right thinking comes from right thoughts. Okay? Thought is the product, thinking is the process. But when you master your ability to think right, to encourage or act on the positive thought, you're going to have bad thoughts. They're going to be there. You have to have the wherewithal and the discernment within yourself to make good decisions and pick out the good thoughts compared to just letting thoughts run rampant and you just trying anything that you think might work. Doesn't work that way. Self-mastery is you having the right thought process, you following up with the right thinking process, and you end up in a good place because you're rewarded for what? Doing good things, doing the right thing. When? Daily. God don't care how many, nope, you don't care. If you earn a blessing, you get the blessing. He don't hold back, he ain't got to put a week in the hole of blessings. No, he don't do none of that nonsense. Okay, so if you're blessed daily, that means you're living right. Most of us only recognize we living how we living by the blessings that we receive. Every now and then they get, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, but one day a week being blessed. I'm blessed daily. How could that be? I'm living right and you're not. Real simple. When you do something good, you jump up and down, and yeah, God will reward you. But how about doing it every day? How about doing it continuously? Well, oh yeah, now you start to hum the horn. Now you want to go around cramming, humming. No, serve God continuously. Well, no. Just do the right thing continuously. What is the problem with that? Y'all want to do what you want to do. That's ego. Moving on. That's why I keep trying to tell you the right thought is putting the ego aside and using it for what purpose intended, pure and righteous things from the right thinking, right thoughts. Okay? Right there, okay. You are your thoughts. Why? Because that's what you're going to bring to reality. You're going to live out your thoughts. And if it's bad, you're going to do bad things. Simple. As a man thinketh, so is it what? So is he. A man who are pure in thought and right with thoughts will be a good person, will do good things. Why? That's spiritual concept, understanding it's a higher power. And I'm answering to my higher power, not the lower. Lower is you, self, the ego. That's your lower power. A lot of us don't have a problem with the ego self. Living right there and enjoying it, living the job and digging the skin in their hand, getting what they want out of life. Pleasures, money, things. Okay, have at it. At the end, when it's all said and done, again, did you do what you need to do? Did you know you? Well, I got this. No. Did you know you? Simple. Moving on. All right. So my thoughts of egoism when I was ignorant led me to drug dealing, womenizing, okay, and just doing me, wanting pleasures of the flesh, wanting variety of women, ego. And what it got me? 3.5 years in prison. You still do that? Nope. That was over 40 years ago. Now, since I got right thoughts, thinking right, that leads me to help others after what? Doing myself right. I got everything I needed, and when I got it, oh, wait till the fellas get this. And I've been doing it ever since, going on 10 years. Okay? So my thoughts of spirituality, spiritual enlightenment, seeing the world for what it really is, that's what drives me to help others to do the same thing. Why? I'm living a good life. Nothing spectacular, nothing famous, no, but just living. That's what you got to do every day anyway. I don't put emphasis on how good I'm living, all that nonsense. No, but I'm just living right. Why? I'm doing things I need to do for me. If you do the same thing, you won't have a problem. Okay? But don't tell me I got to do what you do and what I'm doing is wrong because it ain't what you do. I never once said what you don't do with me is wrong. I just said I don't practice it. You got the right to do whatever you want. So do I. Moving on, I do. But my thoughts are now of God, aka I'm God conscious. It's God all the time with me. Yeah, I'm not no fanatic about God, but it's God all the time. I'm a spiritual philosopher. I talk God. I use God concepts. We can theoretically talk and kick, but that's what I do. But I also serve God. I don't just talk about it. So my thoughts are pure from the heart. I speak makaru from the heart, purity. Liars, fast talking, swift living guys, they're not speaking from the heart. They're speaking from here. They're trying to get into your heart. You can lay your guard down, so to speak, so they can run up in you and do you. A person who got game, a person who got a hidden agenda, they gonna say all the right things. They just ain't gonna do the right thing. If you let them talk you into letting them do what they want to do, that's on you. Moving on. My grandmother told me I got a 6th grade education, but you can't fool me. I love that mentality because damn school, I know life. That's what she was telling me, and I adopted that method. I got a 15-year education where I went to college, got papers and degrees, and graduated. So I got a whole bunch of knowledge, so you ain't tricking me. Moving on. Thinking right is having right thoughts to help you grab onto doing the right thing with the thoughts that you have that's positive. And if you're studying and you're into what you're doing, you're going to do the right thing. And if you do that, blessings will come your way. Nothing special. Just do the things you need to do, and things will work out for you. Trust me. It's the right thinking, aka right thoughts. And one time, I had to change up and call it right thoughts because I was in a court battle for the rights to use right thinking. I had some other guy tell me, I know you ain't, so I won the fight. But during the course of the procedures in court, I had to change my title from right thinking to right thoughts. And I still look at my thing. I ain't changed that yet. Don't make a difference to me. Thoughts, thinking's all the same. And guess what? Same amount of letters. So I didn't change nothing. All right, my little logo slogan had to change. All right, but again, right thoughts will lead you to what? Doing the right thing, right action. That's the beauty part about thoughts being right. Positive, divine, good, pure. That leads to your thinking right and your acting right. I can attest to that again. Okay, everything I can tell you is from my experience and right here. I know how to construct good thoughts and use them in a proper manner. Why? Because I know what? The spiritual truth. I got knowledge and understanding. I know how to use it. Having knowledge don't mean damn thing. Using it makes all the difference in the world. So I'm using it to help others. That's what I'm doing with mine. I'm putting it to use. I acquire it, I use it, and I give it to others. Okay, that's what I got. That's how I do it. Where we at? Okay, I know, okay, with knowledge of self, divine thoughts are all you're going to have. That's what you're going to act on, only the good stuff. Why? If it's negative, I ain't doing it. I ain't even thinking twice about that nonsense. I've gotten better. At one time, I might say, I might can get away with that. And everybody go, no. No, that's deceit. That's sneaky. That's not good. Moving on. So I had to lay that thought process away. But again, with self-knowledge, your divine thoughts will have you what? Doing the right thing. And when you master right thoughts, you become a different person. I was told by my little brother, best compliment he could have gave me is, man, you changed. So he recognized the change after all these years. Thank you. But negative thoughts, egoistic people have no power. Why? The ego can't reproduce. You know that? Sex can't make no more sex. Okay? You're unique. Your ego is one of a kind. And it can't make nothing. It can't produce nothing. Just lies and fake and trickery. That's what it lives for. Deceiver. That's why I keep calling the devil. I know the concept. I get it. But this is the original. Okay? And it's in you. And then somebody else I saw it. It's you. And when you, negative thoughts have no real power. The ego self has no power to reproduce, no power, but unless you give it the power to what? Control you. If you let your ego run you, you're going to have problems. So that's not normal. It's not the right thing to do. And if you got good thoughts and right thinking, you won't be driven by the ego, okay? With self-mastery, that means you conquer the ego. You can't master yourself with the ego in control. Ain't gonna happen. That's what I just told you. If you're egoistic, you will never become self-master, okay? And you learn how. Once you reach self-mastery, it's only because you learn how to control that egoistic negative thoughts. When they came along, you plucked them out, got rid of them, but they stopped coming. The devil will keep knocking at your door as long as you keep answering. If you don't let him in, he'll stop and go somewhere else. Why? You too hard. He don't want hard. He want easy. All you gotta do is fight him off. Show him that I ain't one of these suckers. And yeah, okay, I get it. And move on. But he swear to God, he got out of every 10, 8 of those 10 so-called believers are following him and don't know it. Who you following? Right thoughts are, egoistic thoughts are negative thoughts. Okay? Bad, wrong thinking. Why? It don't produce nothing. It just gives you the illusion of something, but it's really nothing. It's a mirage. Okay? It's only a mirage. Remember that? It's just a mirage. There ain't really there. But I see it. It's not a mirage. Having Costello in the desert, they always see mirages. Water. When you thirsting for water, first you see is the oasis, some water in your mind. Again, but with self-mastery, oh no, Skipper did that one. Yeah, okay, egotistic. If you got self-mastery, you're not egotistical. They don't go together. They direct opposites. Okay, they don't connect. Okay. If you keep, only way you will manifest right thoughts is for you to keep what? Keep the right ones and let the bad ones go. Because you're going to manifest what What your thoughts in your mind is what you're thinking, that's going to come up. So if you keep the bad out, all you're going to do is good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Oh, I got to do bad every now and then. Why? Well, I'm human. No, you ain't got to make mistakes. You just do what you need to do. I want to be right. I want to do what's right. I want to be right. I thrive on that. I got a big thing about right. So wrong, I really got nothing to do with that. The devil don't bother me. Why? I'm too hard. Half the Christians don't bother me. I'm too hard. I want to be right. I don't give a damn about nice. Moving on. All right, let me take it on in. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me wrap it up for you. You will manifest what your thoughts are, be they good or bad. But the goal is to what? Harbor the good ones and separate the bad ones. If you keep your thoughts divine, righteous, okay, positive, right thinking, positive thinking, you will only produce good actions and your karma will always be good. Good karma is blessings. Okay, how about that? And when you can get good karma every day, you live in the right way. I manifested ego, bad, negative thoughts early in my life. Everything I did nothing right. I did everything according to what I wanted. That's ego. And I paid the price. Yeah, it's a price that comes with that ego. Oh yeah. So I'm telling you firsthand. You will have to pay the consequences for your egoistic action. The consequences don't care. Okay, so you need to be controller of that. When you put yourself in that predicament, you're just in it. Now I manifest divine, good, righteous thoughts, and I live right when daily. So now I'm living my best life, the right life. You could too. Put it to use, practice it like I do, and it'll work for you just like it worked for me. Trust me, I know that part too. All right, let me take it in. So when you right thoughts, right thinking, and you manifesting good things in your life, it's only because you learn what to think, right thoughts from Mr. Wright. I'm here to help you do just that. My job is to get you to think right and have what? Right thoughts. Purify your thought concept. Why? Take the negative out. That's why. Moving on, wrap it up again. Appreciate you tuning in. I do what's right. I hold myself accountable. I talk, I think, I act right because my thoughts from the beginning are of divine and they lead me to do right, aka think right, live right by doing what you think, what your thoughts are. And if they're positive and good, you'll do the right thing too. Trust me, it's all about you knowing you. Hope you enjoyed the lesson, right thinkers. Again, in closing, may you all live to be 100, me 100 miles a day. So I'll never know that my right thinkers who now understand the power of their thoughts have passed away. Thoughts are powerful, especially when they're good.